First issues I had started back in July. I wound up having my debit card, which has been in my person, was used on for three different things in California for almost $2,000. I got that money back. That was fine. I left it be. They gave me a new debit card. Well, October of this year, October 11th, Discover that called me regarding attempted charges to my debit. So I was on the phone with them for over an hour. There was 3 attempts in North Carolina. Again, it was almost this time $2,400. So I was told to enter a code as a secondary precaution. Also needed to scan a copy of my driver's license and a selfie to be sent to the fraud prevention. Was given the name of the person who made these attempted charges, and she was trying to be put on my account as an authorized user. No idea who this person is. She was saying she was my sister and in North Carolina. Well, I do have a sister, but she's in Ohio. And wasn't the name. So it was recommended to me that I use Tap and Go instead of inserting my card into the machines when I do my grocery shopping and everything. I says, I'm aware, I watch for skimmers and all of that. On October 12th, while I was on the phone, rather, on October 11th, I told her in capital letters, no one was to access my account. I am the only authorized user. And I was told, thank you for saying that because this call is being recorded. Like, okay. Well, the morning of October 12th, I received an email about my wire transfer. I don't do wire transfers. So that was like 6 o'clock in the morning. Within minutes, I was on the phone with and I spoke with an Irene, then transferred to a Kim, then to a Lavender, who was a wire specialist. They were trying to recall the $7,000 that was taken out of my savings on this wire transfer. They closed my savings account. The remaining amount that was in the savings account was a reissued account and recommended filing a police report. Told them I was doing that anyway. Was given the name again of the person who was receiving these funds. Lavender gave me the phone number to call to do a follow-up on the wire transfer. That day, the 12th, I went down to our local sheriffs. I filed a report, gave them all the paperwork I had, all my typed up notes, screenshots, and everything. So that went on. So it came to a total of $9,448.33 in a matter of days. On the 12th, I contacted Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, put a freeze on my credit report. On the 14th of October, the amounts cleared on Discover for the small amounts. So they did a chargeback and I got those monies back. On the 20th, I spoke with another person in the wire transfer. They were checking on the recall of the funds because they told me they had to recall it from the institution it was going to. The disputes and investigation team, I gave her the report number from the sheriff's office. She said it was still pending and it could take 90 days. On October 25th, I called the fraud unit in regards to a letter I received in the mail telling me that the case was closed. I called them, got transferred multiple times, and at that point, I was given the name of the bank where the wire transfer went to and who the receiver of the money was. I was told that they were unable to recall the wire transfer and I'm out my money. We're talking over $7,000. I work hard for my money. So at that point, I reached out to the FDIC to file a report online. I filed a complaint with Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. On the 30th of October, I reached out to Check Systems and had a security alert put on my accounts. FTC contacted me to report the complaint in regards to Discover. Then on, October 30th also, spoke with Discover. No appeal they cannot appeal it because it's a recall. They could not get the money back from the other institution. So they told me where to send a letter. And I sent a letter in regards to telling them the whole thing all over again and that I have the rights under, there's a code section E, and that I wanted the money back. Went to identitytheft.gov, filled out a complaint there. They did the letter for me. That was mailed out, giving them all the different codes, statutes, and all of that. And to this date, let's see, it's now November 21st. I still have not heard back from them, and I'm still out over $7,000. So, and now I was told, I reached out to an attorney, and my attorney sat there and said that I should reach out to the FBI. And I'm like, when does this stop? They have insurance. I filed a report with the sheriff's office. So it's not like you can say I'm involved in this. And this past week, my other half had his account almost $1,000. So with debit, and he's had his debit card, has not used it in 2 years ever, and had charges on his account for $1,000. Everybody that I speak with, I tell them if they have Discover as banking, please get your money out as soon as possible. Find a real bank. At this point, I'm ready to start going to the local media, our local newspaper first. And if nothing gets there, then I'm looking into like our local news channel. Because I know like some of the stations have what they call Ask ASA, where they'll get involved in cases. But in Virginia, where we are, it's very rural. So I got to find out who I could reach out to get this in the news and make people aware, hey, please be careful. Their security is very lax. I'd like to get my money back, but since I never authorized them, and I told them the day before I got the email from them about this wire transfer that nobody was supposed to do anything with my account. They didn't even call me to verify that this was my wire transfer or anything. I didn't know about it until I got the email on the 12th of October telling me that my wire transfer went through.